you are feeling frustrated in your career, if you have heightened anxiety and you don't know how to deal with it, or if you're struggling to achieve the goals that you set, watch this video because I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the planet in your birth chart that is behind this all. And that planet is Mars. Specifically in this video, I'm covering what it means to have your Mars in the sign of Capricorn in your birth chart. Hello and welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology, because I was the kind of person who constantly felt confused and lost in life because I didn't understand myself and I didn't really know what I wanted. Then I discovered the Enneagram, the Myers-Briggs, astrology, and so much more, and for the first time in my life, who I was made sense and I knew what I wanted. So now I'm here to teach you about these things simply so that you can understand yourself as well. Now, before I get too far into this video explaining what it means to have your Mars in your birth chart in the sign of Capricorn, hit the link in the description below to get your very own My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie that I'm offering for a limited time right now. I don't know how long I'm going to offer it for. I don't know if you guys necessarily want the hoodie or think it's cool, so get yours now to let me know that you like it, and then we can be twinning and matching. In this video, I'm covering everything you need to know about having your Mars in the sign of Capricorn in your birth chart, including what your strengths are going to be and what your limitations are going to be. So if you're finding yourself frustrated in your career, if you find yourself having heightened anxiety or potentially even health problems, constantly feeling exhausted, it's because you're not living in alignment with your Mars. Mars also shows us how we can best achieve goals. So before I dive into what it means to have your Mars in the sign of Capricorn in your birth chart, I want to cover what Mars is in the first place, because oftentimes we can look at aspects of our chart, especially when we're new to astrology, and we go, I guess it's accurate. Doesn't that sound like everyone? It's kind of stereotypical here. I'm not really believing in this whole astrology thing. And that's because we don't fully understand both the zodiac signs to their fullest, and we don't understand the planets. And so everything gets stereotyped, to put it simply. So understanding the planets and the signs well will help you feel that and see that each aspect is truly accurate to our personalities and are cultivating and adding up together to create who we are. So Mars is the planet of action. I just finished covering up a series on Mercury, and understanding Mercury can help you understand the contrasting difference of what Mars represents. Mercury is all about the brain. It's how we think and communicate. Or Venus, for example, is all about what we value. The sun is our ego. The moon is just our emotions. But Mars is our physical energy. It shows how we want to move through life, what drives our actions, and where our physical strengths and talents lie. So with Mars in Capricorn, you're going to have specific struggles, a specific drive behind your actions, and specific ways you want to move through life. Some people do better acting off of impulse. Some people need a lot of enthusiasm and novelty in their lives. Some people need a lot of predictability. Some people need a lot of stimulus. And if you're a Mars in Capricorn, you're going to have a very specific situation on how you want to move through life. Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac, and it is the epitome of the go-getter, the work hard, living that grind, the hustler, the person who is successful. Capricorn represents success and material gain. As an earth sign, they're focused on attaining the highest possible frequency of wealth. Earth signs in general are focused on material security to different degrees. In Taurus, we learn for the first time that, hey, life is meant to be enjoyed, so let me stop and smell the roses. I would love to bake a fresh baked pie. I would love to hear the sound of a lovely voice singing. In Virgo, the second earth sign, we learn that, stability and routine, doing things in a routine way and helping other people brings me a level of fulfillment, and having material security provided for me brings me fulfillment. In our final earth sign of Capricorn, we learn that having abundance is okay. Capricorn is all about prosperity, and they represent this phase in the zodiac that we all must go through, where we go from Sagittarius, who is curious and looking at the horizon ahead thinking, I wonder if we could scale that mountain. And Capricorn goes, okay, then let's scale it. How can we get to the top? How fast can we get there? How do I need to move in a practical way in order to actually reach this goal of reaching the peak? Capricorn is methodical, practical, and goal-oriented. Not only do they want to achieve great goals and do they want to reach the peak, but they know how to move in a way that is sustainable for them to get there. Again, bringing back those earthly qualities. Capricorn is also represented by the sea goat, and this shows how they blend emotional drive with material work and effort to get to their goals. Not only is the Capricorn focused on material gain, but it's driven by the need or desire for recognition. And oftentimes, Capricorn energies can be a little bit weird in society because we have this weird relationship with success and wealth. Everyone seems to want it, and people talk about how you can get it, but deep down we all feel guilt that we shouldn't have it. Capricorn is where we realize that it's not wrong to want material gain. It's not wrong to want the Lamborghini or the nice house. It's not wrong to have goals and push yourself to achieve them. And it's not wrong to want a little recognition for your hard efforts. So that's an overview of Capricorn. But what does it mean to have Mars in Capricorn? Mars in Capricorn is going to be the most hardworking person you can meet. All of the earth signs in general are very practical in their approach towards life. If Mars is in any of the earth signs, they're very practical. And Mars in Scorpio can certainly have a lot of power and obsessiveness that gives Mars in Capricorn a run for its money. But the difference here is that Mars in Capricorn knows how to achieve their goals without letting their emotions get too wrapped up in what they do. Now, granted, your moon sign might make a difference in this statement. You might be very emotionally driven if you have maybe a Mars in Aries, or if you have a very strong Mars in Cancer. But Mars in Capricorn, when it comes to taking action, they want to focus on being as practical and methodical as possible. They also tend to have bigger goals. And it might not be that everyone who has a Mars in Capricorn wants to be a millionaire or a successful entrepreneur, but they have a lot wrapped up in their goals. They need to have a clear goal at all times, whether that's do the dishes or get to work on time. They really care about how they show up to other people. Again, Capricorn represents recognition to some degree. And so people with a Mars in Capricorn, it's very important to them that they are being recognized as competent, capable, and reliable, and successful to some degree. Whether that means success in their family life, success in their career, or success with their self-development goals. As I cover in each of my Mars videos, there are 4 elements in astrology: water, earth, fire, and air. And these represent the 4 different aspects of our being, which are highly important to us. So fire is passion, water is emotion, earth is material gain and material security, and air is mental stimulus and intellect. The element that your Mars is in tells you what of those 4 things is going to drive your actions the most. So as an example, I'm a Mars in Gemini. And so when it comes to taking action, I'm driven by the desire and the need for mental stimulus and intellectual stimulus. I love to learn through my actions. Mars in Capricorn is an earth sign, which means these people are very driven by the need for material security and material gain. Again, this part of you might not be very prominent because as a society, we've been taught sometimes that we're not supposed to really want material security. Or you could be on the opposite end of the spectrum, and you could be in a family that says, have a stable job, get that house, pay off your mortgage, get the new car, always seeking the next material gain, and you might be very aware of this. Either way, Mars in Capricorn is going to be driven by the need for material security, whether that's just basic needs or if that's a heightened desire for the nicest of things. Another aspect of Mars in Capricorn that is very important to understand is that Capricorn is something called a cardinal sign. There are 3 different modalities in the zodiac, and they represent the 3 different ways that the zodiac signs think. Cardinal signs are initiators of thought, and they generally like to be in control of their situation. So Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra all have that tendency. With Capricorn being a cardinal sign in Mars, it means that you're probably a person with a Mars in Capricorn who likes to be in control and in fact might need to be in control. Capricorn is a very controlling person generally. Whether that shows up in their family life or career, etc., Capricorn wants to maintain a sense of control. They represent, after all, the father figure. They represent masculine energy. They represent authoritarian control, which can sometimes be needed and good. It also represents this confident side of us that allows ourselves to take the lead and command other people. So with Mars in Capricorn, you are the kind of person that when it comes to taking action and moving through life, you want to maintain control. And this is not just of other people. Yes, you want to most likely control your family, have an eye on what everyone's doing, or maybe it's in your career and you want to make sure you're managing the business and coworkers correctly, but it also means self-control. So Mars in Capricorn has a lot of self-discipline. They want to make sure that they're always being stable at all times. So as I mentioned earlier, depending on what sign that your moon is in, will change what kind of emotions you have. But no matter what kind of moon sign you have, whether it's maybe Mars in Cancer or Pisces or Aries, Mars in Cancer combined with any moon sign tries to repress emotions because they value moving through life in a self-controlled way. These are not the kind of people to spit out anger. These are the people who bite their tongue on their emotions and try to tell themselves, I don't feel anything. Mars in Capricorn, as an earth sign, wants to focus on the material, and so emotions and feeling vulnerable might not be comfortable or come naturally to them. So Mars in Capricorn is incredibly good at achieving goals, whether that's self-development goals like hitting the gym, running a marathon, or career goals like becoming their own CEO, or maybe even just going higher on the social ladder. But Mars in Capricorn may struggle with the fact that naturally with this placement that they don't want to feel their feelings, and this can lead them to, in relationships, in career, in their personal life, to feeling emotionally repressed at all times. So I highly recommend for people who have a Mars in Capricorn to look at their moon sign and learn about their moon sign so that they can allow themselves to feel every now and then. Overall, Mars in Capricorn, you have a gift for being goal-oriented and being self-disciplined. This makes it so that you move through life in a very sustainable and systematic way. You are the kind of person who knows what they're going to do at all times. You have a great vision for the future, most likely, or at the very least, you know exactly what goal you're achieving next. You're great at following through on projects. You know how to maintain yourself, and you probably take good care of your physical health. Your emotional health might not be as much of your emotional health might not be as easy for you to take care of, but all these material things are much easier for you to manage, unlike other signs like fire Mars signs or water Mars signs who are focused on leading life just in a way that feels great. You are good at managing your resources, both internally and in the external world. Anywhere we have Capricorn in our chart, whether that is our Mars, our moon, etc., we become a little bit hard on ourselves because we're always seeking a further material gain, or we don't quite have enough success or recognition to feel satisfied with ourselves. The similar is true for Leo, but Capricorn is more success-based on material gains. What proof do I have that I am doing good? So Mars in Capricorn, you might find that oftentimes in your life that no matter how many goals you set or things you achieve, that you still feel depleted and like you're not enough. So working on your own sense of self-worthiness is going to be huge for you. Gabby here at Be The Hero has a meditation guided for self-worth affirmations. I highly recommend that you guys listen to it on our channel. But overall, Mars in Capricorn, you need to probably reflect on what kind of goals will matter to you and at what point you allow yourself to rest. Again, this is where Moon can come into play because we need to fulfill each aspect of our chart, and you can remind yourself through other aspects in your chart to rest, rejuvenate, and that you've achieved enough. Overall, Mars in Capricorn, you are the most hardworking person we have ever met. You're disciplined and you've maintained a level of self-mastery that no one else seems to have a grasp on. If this video helped you understand what it means to have your Mars in the sign of Capricorn, let me know in those comments below and let me know what else I missed about this placement. While you are down there, before you leave this video, hit the link in the description below to get the free birth chart workbook where I help you understand the basics of your chart using journal prompts. I've personally used these journal prompts and they have helped me understand my chart so that I can actually live in alignment with my placements instead of just doing what I first did when I got into astrology, where I read about every single placement, planet, point, Chiron, Vesta, oh my god, these are all so interesting, and did absolutely nothing with it. The birth chart workbook is free. It takes less than 15 minutes to do the whole thing, and it helps you journal through the process of applying your chart and understanding the basics of your chart to the fullest. So that's the free birth chart workbook, and link in the description below. While you're down there, if you love workbooks and courses, if you are interested in astrology, mindfulness, chakras, Enneagram, you name it, you need to grab the Making Mindfulness Fun Bundle, where is all 30 of our courses and workbooks for only $30. That's an insane deal. I know, that's $1 per course per workbook, and I don't know how long I'm going to keep offering this for because I don't know if it's ridiculous to set this much content out to the world for such a little value. So get the Making Mindfulness Fun Bundle now to have a lifetime access to all of our courses and workbooks on astrology, mindfulness, and so much more. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it made Mars in Capricorn very clear to understand. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the rest of the channel for more videos breaking down birth chart placements. If you don't see the video you're looking for there, let me know in those comments below, and I will create that video shortly. Once again, my name is Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, namaste.